You know what really peels my potatoes? That new Star Wars movie a while ago was this remake of the first Star Wars movie. And you know who made the movie? JJ Abrams. And he made those two Star Trek movies. And those were just remakes of Wrath of Khan. Does he not have any original ideas? He just has to just remake something else all the time? That explains a lot. Like with Star Trek, they got rid of those two guys who were ruining Star Trek and said, well, we can't have anything good in Star Trek, so let's get JJ Abrams. He'll ruin it for us. And that's exactly what he did. And then Disney said, well, we can't have Star Wars to be too good, so let's get JJ Abrams to come and ruin it for us. And then he did. I wonder what movie he's going to ruin next. Whatever happened to that Portal movie? I think he was going to ruin that. But they probably decided, wow, this movie's too good, so let's not make it. Just stop remaking movies. Wrath of Khan didn't need to be remade 3 times. Star Trek people. It's Nemesis, to the 2009 Star Trek, and In the Darkness. Yep, 2009 Star Trek was a remake of Wrath of Khan. Because it was a remake of Nemesis, and Nemesis was a remake of the Wrath of Khan, making the 2009 movie a remake of Wrath of Khan. Get it? Of course you guys don't. You're probably saying, that's not a remake of Wrath of Khan, it's a completely original movie. See, in Wrath of Khan, some guy wanted to kill Kirk. And then, in Nemesis, some guy wanted to kill Picard. Some Romulan dude who was actually Picard. He wasn't Romulan. He was a clone of Picard. And so he got this special ship, and he wanted to kill Picard and blow up Earth for no reason. And then in 2009 Star Trek, a Romulan decided he needed to blow up Earth for no reason. I don't remember why. Something to do with stars exploding. But they had to blow up the Earth for some reason. No reason. It's like, you can't have any drama unless everybody's going to die. That's a problem with Supernatural, too. That's why I stopped watching that show. Same thing over and over again. I said, here's how every episode works. They find out, they talk about the last episode for a bit, and then they say, oh, I've got a case. And then the other guy says, are you sure you got a case? I don't think you do. The other guy says, yeah, I'm pretty sure. And the other guy says, okay, let's go. And so they go there, and then they see the monster, and they say, all right, we took care of the monster. And then it turns out, oh no, we didn't take care of the monster. And then they take care of the monster. But only after one of them's knocked unconscious or captured. If there's a guest star, both of them will be knocked unconscious and captured. And then the guest star will kill the monster by stabbing them in the back. After the monster throws the guest star, just assuming that kills them. It never does. All they did was just kind of throw them against a wall, which isn't going to knock you out unless you're an old lady. I'm not an old lady. I've never been knocked out by being thrown against the wall. I don't think I have. I mean, maybe I have, and maybe I'm like those Sam and Dean in Supernatural. They've been knocked out so many times they have memory problems. In fact, it's getting so bad that the tiniest tap will knock them out. There's that one episode where I think it was Dean or Sam, one of them, knocked out by a taser. Tasers don't work like that. You can't be knocked out by a taser. But somehow, he was knocked out by a taser. I don't understand how that works. Unless their brains are just so destroyed that it just happens to them. Like maybe there's times where we don't see it, where they're just knocked out cold for no reason. Like they tap their head like this, like a Family Guy. Get knocked out, or maybe they bite down on something too hard, and it knocks them out. Anyway, back to JJ Abrams being a hack fraud. He needs to stop making movies. I don't need to see the same movie 50 times. I bet he had something to do with the secret life of pets. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, what's the point of remaking a perfectly good movie? Like, why wouldn't I just watch the original movie? If it's so good that it needs to be remade, then obviously I'm just going to watch the original one. What's the point of watching the remake that's reimagined by somebody with so little creativity that had to remake something? Like, if you have creativity, you're not going to remake something because you're going to be creative and make something new. But if you don't have any creativity, you're not creative. You're just going to remake something, and it's obviously going to suck because you're not creative, and you're just going to try to do the same thing in the first movie, and the movie you're remaking, and you're not going to. And you're just gonna try to redo the original stuff, and you're gonna say, oh, we can't do it exactly the same. I'm gonna use my terrible creativity to remake it. So instead of Khan, he's old. Now he's young, and he doesn't have his own spaceship. He has to steal a spaceship again. Oh, yeah. Great ideas. Oh, yeah. I totally forgotten Into Darkness. When they finally reveal he's Khan, even though in the very beginning of the movie, I thought he was going to, when the guy says, "Who are you?" and the camera slowly pans up, and the guy doesn't say anything, but the music swells, and I thought he was going to say, "I'm the villain." And it turns out he's the villain. But anyway, when they catch Khan, and they say, "Who are you?" and he says, "I'm Khan," and the music's like, "Oh yeah, people, we're supposed to know who he is." No, we're not. You obviously thought nobody's seen Wrath of Khan, or you wouldn't bother remaking it. You lazy poopy head. I'm surprised the Star Wars movies aren't remakes of Wrath of Khan. I mean, they could have done it, but they didn't. I didn't see Rogue One, so I don't know what that was a remake of. I'm sure it was a remake of something, and nobody's noticed yet. I heard there's spoilers at the end of it, so I'm not going to tell you what those spoilers are. Here, I'm going to make a Star Trek movie right now. I'm just off the top of my head. Well, let's do original series. The Kirk and crew. They need to go to a planet that's appeared out of nowhere. It just suddenly appeared, and near Vulcan, maybe, or Rigel, or maybe in the neutral zone. Yeah, the neutral zone. And the planet just suddenly appeared there out of nowhere. And so Kirk and the crew, they're rushing over there. The Klingons are going over there too. And everybody's like, whoa, where'd this planet come from? It wasn't here before. And they get there, and oh my god, there's humans and Klingons living on it already. And they go down there. It turns out the planet's from the future, because it's a Star Trek movie, so it has to have time travel. Turns out, oh, they're from the future. And so they wander around for about an hour, making sure we know that this is from the future, that what the premise is, because they can't take just a couple of minutes to say, oh, this is the premise. No, you got to take the whole damn hour. So we need to pad this movie out as much as possible. And then it turns out, oh crap, Kirk and crew, they get trapped in a time portal, and the Klingons get trapped in there too. And they're sent back in time, and holy crap, they started the life on the planet, And there's no explanation of where the planet actually came from either. We're just leave that as an exercise for the viewer. See? That's better than all their stupid remakes. I know it's a terrible idea, but it's still better. And I just made that up off the top of my head. I'd probably do it without the time travel thing if I wasn't doing it off the top of my head. And then the Death Star shows up. No, the Death Star's not going to show up in Star Trek. I'm sure JJ Abrams said, hey, let's have this Death Star show up in Star Trek. They're like, no, we're not doing that. And they said, oh yeah. And then the 2009 Star Trek was made. They blow up Vulcan. For no reason. Nothing in that movie made any sense. Oh, no surprise, the third Star Trek movie wasn't a remake. I assume it was a remake. Maybe there was a remake in it. And I do appreciate that people were not listening to public domain jazz or classical music for once in Star Trek. Like, yeah, that's the only thing to listen to. What bull crap is that? Right. Well, I've got to go feed my cat Spot. Goodbye for now.